Hello my dear friends. I hope you and family are doing well. Let me welcome you to the exciting world of animals. Will you remember subscribing, please? The great argus is a species of pheasant from Southeast Asia. The double-banded argus, known only from a portion of a single primary flight feather, was long considered a potential second species. It was described in 1871 from this feather piece, found in a millinery shipment imported to London. Its origin was hypothesized to be from Java, Indonesia or Tioman Island of Malaysia, because of the great argus's absence from these locations. Parkes rejected the double-banded argus's validity and argued that it almost certainly represents a mutant form of the great argus. The IUCN, following the precautionary principle, listed this taxon as extinct until 2012. It was removed from the IUCN Red list because the IOC had removed this species from its list of valid bird taxa in 2011. While the feather is indeed quite distinct, it represents a fairly simple divergence. The entirely asymmetrically patterned veins are instead near-symmetrical, and both bear the darker brown shaftward area with dense whitish speckles. Nothing similar has come to notice ever since, and as the feather piece is not a composite of two feather halves glued together but an apparently natural specimen, a hoax or fake can be ruled out. Despite all conjecture that has been built around the feather piece, all that can be said is that at some time around 1870, an argus pheasant which bore at least one such feather was shot in an unknown location. Even if this individual was one of the last remnants of a now extinct population, it is unlikely that only a single feather would have been taken from an unusual specimen of a well-known, often hunted, and conspicuous bird, and that this single feather would have then been bundled into a shipment of normal great argus feathers. The great argus is a brown-plumaged pheasant with a blue head and neck, rufous red upper breast, black hair like feathers on the crown and nape, and red legs. Males have very long tail feathers and huge, broad and greatly elongated secondary wing feathers decorated with large eye spots. Young males develop their adult plumage in their third year. Females are smaller and duller than males, with shorter tails and fewer eye spots. The male clears an open spot in the forest and prepares a dancing ground. He announces himself with loud calls to attract females, then he dances before her with his wings spread into two enormous fans, revealing hundreds of eyes while his real eyes are hidden behind it, staring at her. Despite displays similar to polygamous birds, and though the great argus was thought to be polygamous in the wild, it has been discovered that it is actually monogamous. It feeds on the forest floor in early morning and evening. Unusual among galliforms, the great argus has no uroageal gland and the hen lays only 2 eggs. The great argus is native to the jungles of Borneo, Sumatra and the Malay Peninsula in Southeast Asia. That was a cool journey. Thank you for your interest in wildlife. See you pretty soon. Take care and be safe.